Or the so much talked about 12 million votes brought by loyalists of former President Muhammadu Buhari, the late president, are at stake in 2027. The now defunct Congress for Progressive Change, CPC, has laid claim to these votes, as well as Buhari's victory in his fourth attempt at the presidency and APC's emergence as a ruling party. So, any savvy politician would enlist the help of this group in the next presidential election. President Bola Tinubu seems to have done just that, as some former members of the CPC group visited him yesterday and promised to support his attempt to secure his presidency in 2027. But some other influential members are abandoning the president and looking elsewhere. Former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, has questioned the credibility of the CPC bloc, led by former Nasarawa State Governor Tanko Almakura. He says the group lacks the authority to speak for CPC legacy members, insisting that only the faction aligned with the former president, Muhammadu Buhari, could determine whether to support Tinubu or the new ADC coalition, spearheaded by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai. Well, I'm now joined in the studio by the former Minister of Communications under the late President Muhammadu Buhari, Adebayo Shittu. He's also a member of the CPC bloc. I was just telling you, glad to have you join us on Arise Prime Time. I was just telling you that you're looking fresh and good.
I thank God.
What's the secret?
Well, the secret is complacency and, being at peace with one's creator.
Very important. All right, Let's just clear the air. Are you running for governorship in your state?
By the grace of God.
And what makes you confident you will win, like you said?
Let me start.
And remember, you have to first get the party's ticket.
Exactly. Well, I pray that God would enable me to get the party's ticket. One thing which is to my advantage is the fact that of the about 10 aspirants for governorship in APC in Oyo State, I am the senior most. I have been an Awoist from the 70s, late 70s. I joined the Awolowo's group. In fact, I joined in forming the then Committee of Friends and then the Unity Party of Nigeria, under which I contested election into the then State House of Assembly and won. And for 4 years, I was a member of the then State House of Assembly. Thereafter, I have also been a Commissioner for Home Affairs, Information and Culture at age 30. That was in 1983. Again, I have been Attorney General of Oyo State in 2007 before becoming the Honorable Minister of Communications. So 4 different critical positions, political positions, I've occupied. So I'm the most experienced of all the aspirants. There's nobody who has had that combination of critical positions as I have been. Secondly, I'm also the most active in the sense of my contributions to the emergence of our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I had a coalition of support groups which I led as Director General. There were 1,141 support groups from all over the country, which I presided over, and we were all over the country without taking a kobo from anybody. And consistently, I have the most news-savvy person in regard to defending the party, APC, and defending the Bola Ahmed Tinubu government. Nobody has done that more than I have done.
So you think this stands you in good stead
and I'm looking at it
to get the ticket and probably win?
By the grace of God.
So apparently you're not even switching camp to ADC.
No. I mean, I am too experienced for that. I mean, what is...
So those who are there are not experienced?
Well, perhaps somebody must be driving them. Something must be driving them.
All
Somebody
right.
must be making them uneasy, to stabilize in a political position.
All right. Well, you were among those that visited the president recently.
Yes,
the Speaker of the
yesterday.
House.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Yesterday, actually.
Yeah.
he told the president that the bloc is not fragmented or estranged, insisting that more than 90% of CPC's pioneer leaders remain active and loyal. He is definitely pulling wool over the president's eye, don't you think so?
You think the president is so naive that he won't know what the truth is? I mean,
but what he said is not, it doesn't hold water.
Who has better statistics than him? Tell me.
Than the speaker?
Than the speaker. Who has better statistics?
You just had me read what I read now.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
there are factions.
That's your opinion.
Who, me?
Yes.
No, not me.
Who?
Malami is off.
No, but Malami, who is Malami? Because look,
Babachiri is off.
let me tell you,
How did Babachiri Erufai is off.
How did Babachiri leave the government of Buhari? And if Malami had been there, what is the situation in Kebbi State now, where Malami comes from? And what is the situation in Kaduna? I sympathize with, Erufai. I sympathize with him.
Why?
No, because I knew the contributions that he put up
for
during
APC.
For APC, and I wish that he, is not, undergoing the kind of experience he has now. If I have a way of rescuing him, if I may use the word, I will certainly do it.
Rescue him from what?
But you know very well that his mentee is now in total control of Kaduna State. So you cannot, it is too early for anybody to beat his chest and say this is the situation. In any case, if people who are pulled out of APC, old members of CPC who are pulled out, if they were grateful souls, if they were people who appreciate what Bola Ahmed Tinubu did to salvage the image of our late leader, Muhammad Buhari. Our leader had contested election 3 times for presidency. He lost. He never regained his, that position that he wanted, the position of president, until Bola Ahmed Tinubu, partnered with him to bring the whole of Southwest under for his support. It was that was magic wand which brought about an 8-year Buhari presidency. You know that, everybody knows that.
I'm sure you also know.
Yes.
By the way, Boss Mustafa wasn't there yesterday.
He was not there, and we didn't.
He was not there.
We didn't miss him, if I may tell you.
Now, listen to what Boss Mustafa says.
Yes.
Boss Mustafa spoke. He said that Buhari's 12 million votes, which over the years he contested, is still intact.
Yes.
What was added to that was just a paltry 3 million for him to win the election.
He didn't make him president. But he didn't make him president. That 12 million vote never made him president. It was Bola Ahmed Tinubu's contribution that galvanized his votes for him to become president. And let me tell you, when you are talking of 12 million or 20 million or whatever million, these are human beings who cannot be forced to do any particular thing.
Of course.
We know the contribution of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I was never a Bola Ahmed Tinubu person. I had always been a Buhari person. As a matter of fact, in 2011, when Buhari first contested for presidency, I also had contested for the governorship of my state, a CPC governorship candidate.
I remember.
So I have always been part of the thing, and nobody can tell me any strange story.
Yeah, but
nobody can tell me any
But this is not a strange story, because the point here now is that APC and the CPC bloc, which is factionalized now. I mean, you have Amakura you on one side, and then you have Babachiri, all these people on the other side. So there's a factionalization. Some analysts argue that it will be hard for the APC to garner the 12 million votes again.
Let's wait
And for the president.
Let's wait and see. It's a waiting game.
You
see, when a lot of people are looking at the fact that some people are leaving APC for whatever reason, they also forget that a lot more people, particularly key figures in government, who are still in government and still very influential, who were never part of APC, are now coming into APC.
There is talk that they are being coerced to come into APC.
Does that make sense? To say somebody is coerced to come into APC?
That's the talk.
But it's senseless talk. To say somebody in a political atmosphere, in a free atmosphere as we are, that somebody is coerced. Can somebody coerce me? Or can you be coerced to go into one political
Maybe
platform?
not me.
What of me?
Because
I'm the politician.
Because, for example, let me tell you what Malami said. Malami, he said he's accusing both Almakura and Bello Masari, former Katsina State governor.
These are former governors.
Yeah, former governors.
Yes.
Of supporting the president, current one, for personal gain, and that they cannot speak for the bloc.
It means in the same vein, we could also now allege that he refused, he checked out of APC for personal gains. Obviously.
Okay, so
it does not lie in his mouth. Am I there? Am I in APC, still in APC because I was or whether coerced or any personal gain? He was a beneficiary of part of the good things that Tinubu did to bring Buhari into office. And he was there for, how many years? 8 years. So does it lie in his mouth when he has benefited from part of the contributions of Bola Ahmed Tinubu? You see, our politics will extend beyond this tango about personal gain or what is not personal gain. Today, I am almost sure that my friend, the former Attorney General, is not finding it easy even in his own state, Kebbi.
Why do you
Only
say?
today he was complaining that he's being attacked by, thugs and all of that. just between yesterday and today. So you see, politicians will always try to create stories to justify whatever position they, out of personal benefit.
That includes you.
Well, there must be specific case if you are referring to me. You must be able to say specifically.
No, because you said politicians, so generally.
Yes, generally does not mean every politician. When I say generally, maybe 90%, maybe 80%.
And that's quite a huge number.
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean the whole. You see, nobody has taken, as of today, because when they were, trying to garner support in that their, coalition or whatever they called it, they tried to encourage me to come, but I didn't see any need for it. I didn't see any need. I'm a statesman, and I've been in politics. I've left the stage where anybody can bulldoze me into what is not convincing and what is not in the national interest.
Let's do some mathematics here. We're talking about getting this 12 million, winning 2027 presidency.
Yes.
There is resentment against the president coming from the north. You're aware of that?
Yes.
Yeah. In 2023, out of the 8 million votes that Tinubu, the president, got, 5.3 of those votes came from the north.
Yes.
Atiku got 5.22.
No more 12 million.
No
more 12 million you were talking of.
I'm saying, because, probably voter party or whatever. But let me just finish.
Okay.
5.3 came from the north. Atiku got 5.22. So political analysts hold the view that APC will find it very difficult. Tajuddin Abbas, the House Speaker, was saying that they will mobilize. I listened to him a while ago. But the talk is that APC will find it difficult with the way the North is sounding against the current president to win this vote.
Even when you are talking of the North. The North is not made up of Dundees all through. There are a lot of people are thinkers, and a lot of people have stuck to Mr. President. come to think of it also, if you look at the number of people who live in APC, they are not up to the number of people coming into APC now.
Why do you think so?
Look at the Senate today. APC is almost controlling 80% of the Senate.
Yeah, almost getting to majority.
No, it's already a majority.
Majority, almost. Yeah.
It is. I mean, these are human beings who also have influence. They have political positions, they have influence, and all of that.
Yeah, but that's why they talk about it's just about what they will gain.
What is it thing they are gaining? What is it?
So why do you think they're switching camps that way?
No, because
governors
they are impressed about the stability that Tinubu has brought into governance.
Really?
That is the truth of it.
Stability?
Yes, certainly. Political stability.
How about what the masses are feeling?
Let me tell you, I'm part of the masses, if you care to.
No, you're not part of the
I
masses.
am part of the masses.
You can't be part of the masses.
How can I not be part of
No, you can't be part of the
why?
masses.
Why do you say that?
No, you can't be part of the masses.
I don't live in government house, and I don't live in any parliament. As of today, I'm just, chairman of a governing board. I mean, that does not make me to be a key person in government.
Yeah, not being a key person does not mean you're part of the masses.
I don't receive any salary from anybody. I live on my own, and I participate actively in politics, and I know experience of 47 years in politics have shown me that there's nothing that anybody can bamboozle me about Nigerian politics.
Now, the CPC has been the CPC bloc in the APC over time.
Yes.
They've been crying about marginalization. Particularly when you think of AC, you think of, because at the point they wanted Iwata is there as the chairman now. But I've always wanted it to go to the North Central. For some of them, they say Adamu, when he was there, was just tokenism. It's been ACN blocked, has been getting the national chairman. So they feel marginalized.
Who was marginalizing the ACN at that time?
No, ACN was not marginalized. CPC is crying that they were marginalized.
Look, individuals who don't, it's not possible for every individual active in politics to get political positions. I mean, we should appreciate that. It's not possible.
Yeah, but for you, number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, we
who
are just ACN, the chairman of APC.
Which chairman of APC, you say?
All the chairmen you've heard,
yes,
except when it came to Adamu,
yes,
were from ACN bloc.
Let me tell you, how did it come to be? There was an agreement, there had always been an agreement between the two leaders at that time, Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Buhari. They were the leaders who were dictating. And things will continue to change. I mean, in politics, it's a very dynamic thing. And I mean, if you become chairman does that mean you'll be responsible for my feeding or for the feeding of the people from your zone? Everybody, it takes time. It takes time. And there's nobody from all the states of this country who have not benefited one way or the other. So it's individuals who felt they ought to have taken precedence over others that will continue to cry.
So you think their cry is not is not because
can such cry be national cries or personal cries?
That's what we talk about. Talk about personal gains
for
politicians. So now you talked about agreements a while ago. Yeah. Hakeem Baba Ahmed says no politician can win the presidency without the North, and that the North will soon decide who they will vote for. Is that true or not?
Was Hakeem Baba Ahmed not a beneficiary of this Bola Ahmed Tinubu government?
He left.
He eventually left. What was his contribution to even get what he got at that time? What was his contribution?
He even felt marginalized even when he was there.
What was his contribution to deserve that position? You are a Nigerian and you have lived in Nigeria. Did he participate in any activity which brought about Bola Ahmed Tinubu into government? He didn't. I'm saying this with authoritatively.
Yeah, but address that issue where he says that no politician can win the presidency without the North.
Can any politician win the presidency without the South? Answer that question if you can. I mean,
Well,
nobody is
there
a
has to
slave
be
in this
agreements.
country. Nobody is a slave. The South is not slave to the North, just as the North can never be slave to the South. We must all come together. Let me tell you, in the last election, the highest vote was 8 million. If
That's
you
the one
have-
presidency. That's the
I'm
one
coming.
Tinubu won.
Yes. If you have one person win 20 million votes from one state, he can never be president. The thing must spread necessarily. So we need each other. So nobody should.
And you know that he won. I mean, there's a question of legitimacy and a question of percent. He just won with about 30-something%. That was quite low.
It doesn't matter. He still won. He satisfied two qualifications: majority of votes, and then spread 25% in at least, this simple majority in 25% of states.
But then the North were not at daggers drawn with him like they are today.
Let me tell you, time will tell. You are talking as if they have authority over the entire North. How many people in the North do these noisemakers, how many people do they feed on a daily basis?
You call them noisemakers.
Are they not? Are they not making noise? Which has no justification, as if they have had the authority of the entire 19 states of the North. It's funny.
Are they really noisemakers? If they are, why did the CPC bloc go to Aso Rock to discuss with the president?
Let me tell you, we went there specifically to thank Mr. President for the wonderful respect that he gave our late leader.
Did this question of marginalization, did it come up?
It was not the issue, and it never came up. It never came up. Our main reason for going is, look, the type of state burial that he gave to our late president, it has never happened in this country.
Yeah, now you've talked about late president. Apparently, the president promised to build a Buhari house.
Yes.
In a subtle way of galvanizing the Buhari followers, and of course CPC. But how far can that go in swaying the voters from the North and pacifying them?
I don't think he made that promise because he wanted to use it to sway any voters.
You don't think so?
No, I mean, how does that? The man is dead.
Yeah.
Buhari is dead. How would that, sustain him or bless him?
Because he has a cult figure in the North.
He doesn't
cult
matter.
following.
Look, he's still a human being. And he didn't win in every part of the North, every vote in the North. He has never won. I mean, the North is not just talking about 12 million people.
Of course not. But
Look,
12 million votes is quite a lot.
It is spread, and nobody can beat his chest and say this is the number of votes that will come up in any election. It's only God who can determine. It's only God. And today, if you know the amount of votes that will be coming from even the Southeast for APC, you'll be shocked.
Southeast?
Southeast of Nigeria.
You've forgotten the Obi factor?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter.
Tinubu didn't go anywhere. Last election,
yes,
he particularly I remember that election.
Yes.
He concentrated all his efforts in the North.
Yes.
Because he felt that the East was the Southeast was a no-go area.
Yes.
So why do you think it will change now?
Now, because even the people from the Southeast, with the efforts of people like Dave Umahi and so many others, and the Senate President and so many others, a lot of people are getting convinced to come the Tinubu route.
You think so?
Is it not evident?
What makes you think like that?
Is it not evident? It's evident. I mean, you are a newsman. Your activities make us.
That's why I'm asking you. Do you think so? Because I'm a newsman.
Well, if you're a newsman, I expect you to appreciate what we see.
No, you're talking like a politician. We're talking about how politicians are very positive.
I'm talking as a Nigerian.
You think he will get votes from the East?
By the grace of God.
Of course, he will probably get votes. But the thing is, what will be the number?
Let me tell you, what is important is for him to win. Even if to win by 10 votes, I can assure you that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to win. A lot of people appreciate what he's doing. And I want to say this with authority and sincerity, because I don't tell lies, and I don't try to just, con people. A lot of the initiatives of Tinubu now Nigerians will come to thank him sooner than later.
Nigerians who are buying fuel at 400
Let me tell
or
you.
less than,
Yes.
they're buying fuel now at 1,000 plus.
Yes.
The exchange rate was 400. Now it's 1 point something, 1.116. You and I know that they're not finding it easy.
Look, Nigerians are not finding it easy. Just like people who reside earlier in a house which eventually got dilapidated, they won't find easy having to relocate until there's, amendment or there's rebuilding and all of that.
All right.
We are going through a situation because over the years, Nigerian leaders have not properly managed the economy well.
Former Minister of Communications, Adebayo Shittu, member of the CPC bloc, thank you for being
Honestly,
on our Rise Prime Time.
honestly, let me say this. I hope I will not disappoint you. Talking of CPC, talking of all of this, I always tell people, you need Gari to make Eba. When you have used your Gari to make Eba, does the Gari still remain? As far as I'm concerned, CPC no more exists. What exists today is APC.
All right, we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. Thank you so much for being on the program. Thank you so much.